Hello my lovelies. I've not been making videos for a while because I've been doing quantum healing. I've had quantum healing done on me, and then I've been doing quantum healing on the planet. And if you want to join in, comment below. It is brilliant. First, the quantum healing on myself, okay? I highly recommend my sister from Australia. Her quantum healing is like no other. If you've got blocks that you just can't get past and you're doing all the work, you're doing everything that your higher self is telling you, you're working really hard on removing traumas and triggers, then you look at this sister, because she does it while you sleep and you wake up completely different. It is amazing. Honestly, I was struggling with having any kind of heart energy, like, you know, when you feel love, right? You feel it in your heart centre. Well, I wasn't. I'd gone through a lot of trauma and it caused me to be imbalanced there, and I was feeling it in my stomach, like in my solar plexus. Any kind of love was burning there and not in the heart, right? And I just thought, I'm broken, you know. I'm doing all the trauma work, I'm releasing things, I'm cutting ties, I even spiritually shaved myself of all connections, doing everything I could, and it wasn't helping. I was still not feeling that feeling there, unless my guide was next to me, my, you know, partner from home, and then I felt it amazingly strongly, but not when I was trying to do it any other time. So, and for some reason my camera is blurred. I don't know why, just the way it is, so you don't need to see me clearly anyway, as long as you can see a human vessel in front of you. I'm sure that will suffice. So the quantum healing that Sam does, and she is absolutely amazing. While I was sleeping, she just worked on me, and I woke up in the morning after this particular release of trauma, and all of a sudden I have this burning warmth in my heart centre, which I hadn't felt, right, for a long time. And it was like it was like a lava flow. It was coming out. I was in love with the toaster. I was just, the love I felt, it was overwhelming. I'm like, is this just from doing the quantum healing? Wow. My God, wow. I will link her email in the description so you can, you can get in touch with me through comments, because I want to check that she's happy for me to hand her email out. So comment if you are interested in a quantum healing, and it is, she can tell you all the ins and outs of that. But I highly advise it. Highly advise it. I would probably have given her the moon for what she did for me if I owned the moon. It was so good. Anyway, that's not saying she's expensive. Don't get that. Don't think that. So, is it better if I do that? It's crazy. I can't get it clear. I can see my hair clear enough, just not my face. Well, lucky you. Also, the quantum healing on the planet. I got called about a month ago to really start doing some quantum healing on sacred places on Earth. Not just on the sacred places. I primarily wanted to focus on cathedrals and stuff, because I felt like that was going to be a really good place for energy to come through. But what I realised was that the energy is not broken under the cathedrals. The energy is broken on the crystal grid lines that run between them. You can call it ley lines. It's a little bit more. It's not just the ley lines. These are crystal grids that go all over the planet, not just where the ley lines go. And there's been an awful lot of dark magic done, and just blocks put there. Like, I'm going to say it's by dark magic, all of it, just umbrella term dark magic, okay? A lot of dark essence was sitting there. A lot of sacrifices have been done there. A lot of just mob killings that I've worked out now were sacrifices. Now, I know that this work is happening because I go in blind. So I get my sister Sam to get the location, and I don't know anything about this location. She puts down the coordinates, but to a general area, right? But I don't go in looking at a map. I go in blind. It's the best way to work, right? If you ever do this, go in blind, because you don't know what to expect, and then you just say what you see, okay? So I'm going in, I'm seeing location, I'm identifying places round and about, I'm getting the energy of the area, and I'm getting where the grid is broken and why, and I'm seeing where things have happened, terrible things, and funny enough, my sister has been having dreams about these instances, like what's happened in these places. She's dreamt it, and then when I've said this, she's like, oh my god, that's my dream. So she said where I've described the place, that it's bang on. So I know the work is we're doing good work, right? So if you want to join in, then let me know, because we just do it on the group on Telegram. Somebody will just put down the coordinates. We're going to be making it a lot more of us doing it, so I'll be putting down, well, someday we'll be putting down the coordinates, a general area, not exactly where we're doing it, and then they will go astrally to that place. I will follow in with them, and we're using something called a Healy, if you've heard of it. It's an energy. It works on the meridians of the planet, so we use that to go to the place. We harness the energy into the core, we bring down the source energy, and we blitz the place with just higher harmonics, and fixing those ley lines and fixing those crystal grids. And the things we've seen have been amazing. And one of them we did for my friend's wedding in, is it Massachusetts, I think? Forgive me if I'm wrong. But they were doing a ceremony there. They had crystals everywhere, and I came in remote viewing and looked at the wedding, and I was looking at what was going on. And then what I saw here was incredible. It was like, it looked like rocks. It looked like rocks and stuff. But when I looked back at the rock, it was like a giant's foot, and the giant was standing up. And I realised this was and my guides were telling me this was what you call a nature beast. And they would have been going around in nature, tending to nature. And for some reason, they were all like asleep. And they were telling me my job was to go in and reawaken these crystal grid lines, so that the nature beasts and the elementals could start working again. The ones that work for good, right? Not anything negative. Elementals can be created by us for any reason, but this is the Earth's natural elementals. I'm working really closely with Sophia, who's inside the core now. I've watched her come back in. She's now back in the core. So the Divine Feminine is back and holding, which is brilliant. But then I saw, this could be controversial, but then I saw this giant guy, and I looked up, and it was Anubis. And Anubis came down from like a opening and knelt on the ground and touched the ground to check that it was re-energized, and then went off with, like, I presume, with these nature beasts to cleanse Earth. And now, the only thing I know of Anubis is, I've always said that I believe that your heart must be weighed against a feather in order to ascend. You can't be held down by any traumas or triggers or any low vibration. You must let your vibration just run high. It's got to calibrate with the Earth's frequency that's getting higher and higher, and just absolute have trust and faith in the universe that your job is, you're doing your job, you're vibrating at the rate of the planet, that everything's going as planned, that nothing's going to interfere with this, and that is going to keep you at the highest vibration. Absolute trust that we are where we're meant to be, and things are unfolding as they are meant to, and nothing is holding us back. If you can hold that frequency, that we are where we're meant to be, and you're at your highest frequency, and you're opening the doors to go higher and higher every opportunity, then you will be as light as a feather, because you have no worries, you have no fear, because fear is not your friend. And now I've been spending the last 10 odd years of my YouTube life trying to impart information from higher beings. I'm not going to say which names because I've talked to a few, but mainly the Arcturians have taught me a lot about releasing what's not meant to stay with us, not taking life too seriously, living in your joy mostly, right? But the one thing they were really focused hard on is being in control of your emotions. They called it releasing of the ego, releasing of the fight or flight aspect of humans. Go by instinct, not by fear. You can have an instinctive feeling and remove yourself from a dangerous situation. You don't have to feel that base chakra fear. That does lower your vibration. So they've been teaching me to release fear, to live in harmony, and to be completely in control of your emotions. Why? Because it is your thoughts plus the emotions that you give to it that create your reality. So you'll notice that I spent the first 5 years, whatever, going through again and again how different situations, how to release yourself from the emotional closet, from the ego. My little cat's walking about. Then how your emotions create your reality. Your fear will create your reality. Your dreams will create your reality. But your fear creates your reality quicker because you believe it more. Whereas your dreams take longer to manifest because you don't quite believe that you deserve it. That's the work that you do with the quantum healing with Sam. So, because it works like magic, honestly. So those two combined, and they know that they have to go over things again in different ways of saying it, because different people hear it different, and it will kick in with them. And those two things they've been talking about, releasing the emotional closet, releasing the ego, and being in control of your emotions, and realising that your emotions plus your thoughts create your reality. Because the only way to manifest is to mix your emotions with your thoughts. And if you want the best life, you want the best future, then you have to imagine yourself as already being in the fifth dimension, already living in a world that's peace and tranquil, and we're living in a utopia. If you can manage to evoke that emotion with your thoughts of the future, that you're already there, then you're anchoring yourself into that place. And as long as you can maintain that and hold it for an extended amount of time, forever and ever, till we do go, until there is a change in the vibration, it's higher, then you will definitely have no problem living in a 5-dimensional reality. No problem. Because you've held it, you've maintained it, you can keep it. No matter what you're hearing round and about you, no matter what's going on, you must maintain that, because there's many things that will try and make you go back into the fear zone, drop right back in your frequency, back into, oh my God, imagine that happens, what will I do? Well, you have just now created that into your life, because you've now thought about it and felt that fear reality. You've mixed the emotions with the thought, so you've just anchored yourself into that possibility. So from the Arcturian's point of view, please try and not do this for your own sake. Try and maintain and hold that higher energy of utopia is here now. It is manifesting around me. It is in me. I am creating it. I am seeing it. I can feel it. And you'll notice that no matter what's going on in the world, it won't touch you. It may be happening to other people. Maybe you're hearing about it happening, but it's not happening in your reality. And your sphere of influence is untouched by what's going on. And that's how worlds can separate. Something can happen to one and it doesn't happen to the other, because one is thinking it's possible, the other one's saying, nope, I'm fine, I'm not touched by it. And you'll know this with the whole situation we went through in 2020, 2021. Those who did not comply and who didn't even believe that they were going to be affected weren't affected. Nobody asked me to put anything over my face. So I didn't allow it. I didn't allow it in. I believe that oxygen and germs is the best way to build an immunity. Anyway, that's a side note. Scrub that. But that's the main point. We need to be manifesting our future, manifesting our present, with the feeling that it's all amazing, and the thoughts that we're here, it is here, and the veil is going to be thinning for you to see that. And it's thinning and thinning more every day. If you put your focus on what energy is coming from the sun, you can feel it's like a sizzly, sparkly energy that's changing things. It's changing your very DNA. It's changing who you are. And, you know, I've been working with people who have not been thinking of ascension at all, but have been coming out of a fear set mindset. And they mentioned that they saw steam coming out of their hand. And I was like, that's what I was talking about a couple of years ago. The dark essence is burning off. And that, if you've noticed steam and peripheral vision coming off your body, that is you burning off your density that you don't need. You're raising your frequency, so you're not going to be as dense. So that density is burning off, making you lighter. You're going to feel a bit fibromyalgia in the legs and stuff, with a bit achy, sore when that happens. But you can be activated easily by your own thoughts and emotions. So I'll leave it at that. I hope you're all feeling beautiful, and I hope your joy is bulging out of you so that others can breathe in that joy. I love you all. Bye.